Please take your seats quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Hi guys, and welcome to 1minutetennis.com. In today's session, I want to talk to you about the forehand, and I want to show you 3 fundamentals which, if you apply into your forehand, will maintain or give you more power, but also give you a real feeling of solid consistency, a feeling that you cannot miss, which allows you to be more aggressive. I also suggest that you have a racket and a little bit of space here, because you can practice these references even if you're in your home, your terrace, or your garden, or wherever it might be. You don't need to be on a tennis court. So the first reference is that as we go into the takeback here on the unit turn, that if somebody passed you a ball from the side or from behind, depends on your grip. So if I'm in an Eastern or semi-Western grip, it's going to be from the side, or if I'm in a Western grip, it's going to be from behind. I could literally pop the ball straight back to them. I could just pat it, almost like a wristy volley. So look, I go into position here, and you throw me a ball from the side, and I can just pass it back to you. If I can't do that, if you can't do that, then you're not in the right position. If the racket is down here, if the racket is laid back down here, see, I can't do it. Now, the volley would go down. So I want to be in a position where I can just pass that ball back to the player. If I'm in that position, then we've got a perfect take back, and we're coiled and ready to drive energy through the ball. And now the racket's going to come down to go below contact point to drive up with topspin. And that drop of the racket is going to be pretty variable depending on the speed, the angle, and the trajectory of the oncoming ball. But there's one common denominator that you can use where the location and speed of the ball is irrelevant. And that is that we're going to line up the forearm and the lower leg, the calf. So look, as I go into my position here, I could volley the ball back, and now I drop the racket, and my forearm and calf become parallel. I might be in open stance, and my forearm and calf become parallel. I might be in neutral stance, ready to push the ball over here, and now my arm's in a totally different position. Open stance, neutral stance. I'll show you from this direction. Open stance, neutral stance. But if the forearm and calf are aligned, then you are in a perfect position to actually lift up and drive through the ball with power. And the third reference is pretty easy, but what's important is that we understand how to get there. So the third reference is that the racket head is above the wrist. So not down here like that. This will be very common in a lot of people watching this video. So they'll be in position here and the racket head's dropped here. But no, prior to the upswing, we want the racket to be above the wrist. This will put the wrist in an extended position. But I don't want you to do it with the wrist. The wrist should be a byproduct, the extension of the wrist. This is flexion, this is extension. The extension of the wrist should be a byproduct. So now I'm in position here, and I'm in a position where I can pat the ball away. I drop the forearm so that my forearm is parallel with my calf, and my racket is in an extended position because I've rotated the shoulder inwards. Here, in. Watch again. Here, and in. And the shoulder is in an internally rotated position, just a little tiny bit. This is external rotation. This is internal rotation. And this extension occurs naturally then. So look, in the position here to pat the ball, and now parallel, and the shoulder turns in. And now I'll pull through. Now we put the whole thing together, and we're in the pat position, and now through and swing. Again, position here, 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 and swing. Now put them all together and make the stroke. The natural progression from there is to hand feed carefully to yourself. Don't be too concerned about errors. Just be concerned about getting the technique right. So stage 1, 2, 3, and swing. 1, 2, 3, and swing. Again, 1, 2, 3, and swing. Don't worry about the errors. Again, stage 1, 2, 3, and swing. And then once this is correct and you've got the feel of it, so you can feel whether it's right or whether it's wrong, then we go with a ball machine and start to hit some balls or have hand-fed balls in a controlled environment, and then start to apply it into your forehand. And you really will create a feeling that you cannot miss. you'll have this secure, safe feeling, and it makes the forehand so easy to attack with, because you have to have that safe foundation before you can be really aggressive with any form of real success. I hope this makes sense. Love to know how it works in your game. And if you need more help with your game, have a look at our books on Amazon. We have books on every aspect of the game, breaking the strokes down into the science, the biomechanics, the physics of the stroke, and then super simple solutions such as this. Very specific, very precise, but really easy to apply. Or if you want a personalized service, have a look at what we're doing with online coaching. I'm helping players all over the world of all ages and all levels. For more information on that, have a look at the website or email me. So get these 3 references right. Be in a position where you can push the ball back from the side or from behind. Get the forearm and the thigh to be parallel and the wrist in an extended position put there by the shoulder. And you'll have a fantastic, consistent and powerful forehand. Thanks for watching. See you next time for more unique tennis lessons that really work.